suddenly wonder what it's all about. That's love. Oh, that's love. That's love. Just when you think you're on solid ground, just a word and you're upside down. That's love. Oh, that's love. That's love. That's love.
Whew. Sunday. Blessed Sunday evening. I do like them, you know. Our children.
Oh, them, yes, I remember.
I mean, of course, I love them, but I like them. It's a great relief.
Can't stand them myself. Especially Zoe.
And Olive's so good with them, too, just right. And she doesn't indulge them, but she knows exactly when to be firm.
Everything sounds perfect. She'll make someone a lovely wife, you know, Olive. Beautiful, intelligent, lovely shape. Smells nice when you're near her.
Does she?
Nice in a woman, that, yes. She'd be heaven to be thrust up against every night, I should think.
Come in! Hello, Olive.
Hi. Sorry to bother you. Could you change a tenner for me? The bus driver will go balmy else.
Yeah. Here's some change. You can pay me back tomorrow, Dave.
Thanks. They're both out cold.
Right.
All that tearing about on the common.
You didn't have to come up there this afternoon, you know. It's meant to be your day off.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
You'll make a terrific left-sided striker one day. When are you taking your driving test?
6 more weeks.
Right. I'll give you some extra lessons. Make sure you get through.
Oh, I'd love that.
Right. Then you can take Patsy's car when you go out in the evening, you see.
Thanks. I'll get my own car.
She's paying you too much, Olive.
Have a lovely evening, Olive. Love that outfit.
Yeah? It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, give us a twirl. Wow. You look smashing.
Tar.
He's a lucky fella.
He sure is. See you.
Yes. I can see that being thrust up against her every night could be very agreeable.
Well, not every night, you know, just for a while.
Oh. Why only for a while?
Well, no one's heaven to be thrust up against every night, are they? I mean, if you'd had smoked salmon and caviar for long enough, then bangers and mash would be a relief.
Nearly 6 years we've been married.
Yep. Only another 50 to go.
Seems like we've been married forever. Hey-ho. Whatever happened to my youth?
Which one? There were so many.
Donald? If ever you want to be unfaithful to me, I want you to do exactly as you like, but don't tell me.
What?
If ever you feel like being unfaithful, do as you like, but don't tell me.
I see.
I don't want to know, ever.
Right, okay. Why? I mean, what, why have you brought this up now?
Why not?
Well, I'm hardly incandescent with desire at the moment, am I? I mean, do you see me chasing nubile lovelies over the furniture? Or even under it?
It's been nearly 6 years. You're successful, attractive. Well, sort of.
Gosh, thanks.
6 years is a long time to be faithful, assuming you have.
Assuming?
Don't tell me.
But there's nothing to tell.
Listen, if you say you haven't now, when you have, I'll know you have, because you'll just go quiet. And I don't want to know.
You're not going to.
You'd be such a rotten liar, you see.
Would I?
You'd be hopeless bonking some other woman. So I think it's best if we both just keep quiet. I won't ask. You don't tell.
I see. Anyway, you're too late. I've already done it.
Have you?
No.
What?
I was just lying.
You?
You see? I'm better than you think.
So you are.
Yes. Anyway, what's all this about? Do as you like, but don't tell me. That's poor little crushed housewife stuff. Not your style at all.
I've decided the accumulated wisdom of generations of married women isn't to be ignored after all. Well, you'll never hold out for 50 years.
Won't I?
Bangers and mash for 50 years. With caviar olive and a host of others shimmering seductively by. So, I think it'll be easier for me if I don't know when and where. And easier for you not to feel burdened with guilt towards me, as well as towards whoever they'll be. And you'll like me better if I'm not making you feel bad.
I see.
So remember, when you lie, I asked you to. No, I instructed you. There. Guilt-free fun for you. For life. Aren't I beautiful?
Why instruct me to be unfaithful?
I didn't.
Do as you like, but don't tell me.
How fascinating. I tell you to do as you like. You give two feeble bleats that there's nothing you want to do, and then within seconds you're pounding up and down on a string of heaving, creaking beds. What goes on in there?
Everybody fantasized.
Ah,
But you deliberately drew the pictures and stirred all this up. Why?
just looking ahead.
Looking ahead. Suppose I caught something and infected you.
Ah, yes.
What do you mean, yes?
You infect me, and I'll chop it off.
Well, thanks. I must say the attractions of this imaginary piece of bed hopping are escalating by the minute. Fatal infection for starters, followed by a bit of mutilation on the way to the terminal intensive care unit. Yowie, let's all get at it.
I'm simply putting my trust in you. I know I can trust you to put me and the children first.
Oh, you devious little... You don't try to tie me to you. You chain me to my better self. You know, my dear old mother always said, Donald, she said, marry someone cleverer than yourself.
You had to, darling. Where would you have found one sillier?
No.
Whoever. Sunday evening.
Don't answer it.
Or perhaps Ollie's forgotten her key.
No, she never...
Go on. I'll take this in.
Hello, Hello.
Amanda.
Amanda, yes, I know. Well, what a surprise.
Yes.
Children fine? Is,
Gary.
Gary, he's fine? Well, come in.
And it's all right, isn't it?
What?
Coming in.
Oh, yes. We're infection-free at the moment. No, nothing. It's a joke. Well, come in. We're delighted to see you.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind. I realise this is very boring.
No.
I was
Riveting.
fascinated.
Well, we went to this lovely lunch party. Only they'd made some sort of punch. It was very strong. Gary and I were both a bit, squiffy.
Squiffy?
So when we got home, we went to bed to sleep it off. And just as we were dropping off, Gary started to feel, well, we both did. So we started to,
Yes, we know.
And it was lovely, really good. Half asleep and cuddly and loving, and he was, well, better than he's been for ages. I was so happy. And then he opened his eyes, he looked down at me and said, "Oh God, it's you." Oh, really, look at me, what a mess!
Let me get you some tissue.
No, I'll go.
No, you stay and entertain Amanda.
You see, so much that I mind about him and other women. What did me in was his disappointment when he realised it was me underneath him.
I'm sure you've got it wrong.
That moment was real. Boy, was it right there, what?
Well, look, perhaps he was just fantasizing and got muddled.
What?
Well, you know, in a sort of sleepy alcoholic haze, he came to and...
Saw me.
Yeah. No. You see, a man can fantasize. It doesn't mean he's been unfaithful, just...
That he'd like to.
Yeah. No. I'm explaining this rather badly. Look, women are faithful, men aren't. That's the accepted cliche. And man's the hunter and all that, and woman's the nest builder. And, well, if he's to contain himself, he must, well, sublimate his feelings, you see. And, well, fantasize. You see, well, women don't need to, do they?
I bloody well do.
Yeah, well, of course.
I could do with a good fantasy right now, starting with his castration.
Yes. Look, couldn't you just sort of turn a blind eye to this, you know?
What? All that do as you like, but don't tell me stuff.
Yes, that's right.
Only ever met one woman who actually said that to her husband.
Oh?
Yes. She only said it as a cover.
What?
Yes, she gave her old man the green light because she'd already got a nice little bit tucked away on the side herself. A lovely little toy boy.
Hello, Gary.
Hello, Pat.
Donald, actually.
I thought your name was Pat.
That's my wife. Oh, Patsy, actually.
Donald and Patsy.
That's right.
Gotcha, right. You've got Mandy here.
Have we?
That's her car outside.
So it is. You go wait in the kitchen. I'll tell her you're here, all right?
Sounds sensible.
She doesn't want to see him.
What do you mean she doesn't want to see him?
Well, just that.
Well, she's in there, he's in there. What do we do, camp out here? Anyway, I want to talk to you.
What about?
Do as you like, but don't tell me.
What?
She said she only knew one woman who had ever actually said that to her husband. And that's because she had a bit on the side already. Toy boy.
I'm a bit young to have a toy boy, aren't I? I prefer men.
I don't know whether you've got a toy boy or a granddad. But what I do know, this do-as-you-like business is the best diversionary tactic I've ever heard. We spend the whole evening discussing my projected, non-existent adultery in the year 2000 and something, and you could already be at it. Brilliant! My mother warned me about clever women.
So, you think I've got another fella?
I didn't say that.
Not much.
No, what Anyway, have you?
No one can say you're not direct, can they?
No. Well, have you?
Are you all right?
What?
Well, I heard voices.
Yes, it was us. Speaking to each other. We live here, remember?
I'm sorry, I'll go.
Oh, no, Amanda, I'm sorry. Pay no attention, don't.
Here, how'd you turn the cooker off?
Oh.
Only I was fiddling with the switches and one seems to be stuck, full on. Smells a bit funny in there.
God.
Hi,
Who's looking after the children?
your mother.
What?
She popped round to say hello, that's why I came out. Well, it's great to be popular, isn't it?
Sounds like you've earned it.
Oh, yeah? What's she said this time, then?
This time?
There, it's off. It's dead simple. You turn the knob with OFF written on it.
Well, I couldn't move it.
You press it first. Do a lot of cooking, do you?
I've really upset you, haven't I?
That poor thing in there has been crying all evening.
Yeah, she does a lot of that.
I'm not surprised.
She quite likes it.
Look, why don't you join the poor thing, darling? Gary and I'll go in the kitchen.
What?
He wants to tell me something.
Show him how to work the light switch whilst you're at it. Spend the time usefully.
What do you mean, what she said this time?
Mandy loves a drama.
Well, it sounds like she's got good reason.
And she sees herself as the main victim. I do my best to play along with her. I'll beat her up occasionally and kick around the kitchen, you know.
What?
Joke.
Oh,
It's too much like hard work beating up your missus. You know, sometimes I think that's what she'd really like. Me, I'd rather have another drink and watch the telly. love the way your eyes go when you smile. They get a real glint. Hard. Terrific. When Mandy smiles, she goes all damp, especially her eyes.
You've been really, really kind. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Some men like that.
It's a pleasure.
But I like a bit of steel for a change.
Bangers and mash after the caviar.
I bet your old man doesn't knock you about.
I'd kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, you look even better from this angle, you know.
Do you chat up all the women you meet like this?
No, only the good lookers. I can't help it, it's a sort of habit. Anyway, I think it's fun. And so do you.
Look, you've got a very unhappy woman in there.
No. She's having a great time. Me chatting everyone up gives her something to get her teeth into. Me, I've never felt jealous, you know. Don't understand it.
Really?
No.
Same here.
Really?
Jealousy. Just another word for insecurity. It's pathetic.
You really are something, aren't you? You know, at this lunch party today, I chatted up 3 women. A couple of the husbands got dead shirty about it. And by the time we got home, Mandy had got a real buzz out of it all, you know? Emotion, drama. She was humming, man. And we went to bed, and she was like, wow, I mean, bit drunk, bit angry, but no tears, you know? Now me, I'm a real case of arrested development. I like to fantasize. I imagine I'm anywhere but where I am, you know? Saint-Tropez, the jungle, the Mile High Club. And mostly in my past, you know, like back in the back of my old man's car, or with the 1830 Club in Ibiza. Anyway, me and Mandy were firing away on all cylinders, and I opened my eyes and said, oh God, we're here. Now she translates that into, oh God, it's you. And we're away. I've got 5 birds stashed away.
Have you?
Well, what's that got to do with it?
It's a bit hard to mistake, oh God, we're here, for oh God, it's you.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Either you're extraordinary or you're the best liar I've ever met.
Both. You know, you look even better when you're laughing.
Oh, cut it out, you cornball. I wasn't born yesterday.
It's part of your attraction.
No.
Will you fancy me, darling?
Yes, I suppose I do a bit.
Well then,
Not on the first date.
we met once before.
Oh, so we have.
So,
Not on the second date either.
teaser, are you?
It's a lovely turn of phrase you have.
Oh, come on, I mean, you know, we're not 17, are we? Now, don't mess me about. Do ya or don't ya?
Oh. Well, normally I don't. But in the face of such passionate commitment, I can only say, close your eyes.
But I love him. I can't help it. It's just the way I am. Loving.
Yes, I see.
And he doesn't give a damn.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Oh, you. Defending him. You're so nice. I bet you and Patsy don't have our problem.
No.
You don't know what it is yet.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. What is your problem?
Imbalance.
Yes.
Imbalance of depth of feelings. I have a greater capacity for love than he does.
Ah, yes. Mind you, who wouldn't?
Oh, he can be amazing.
Oh, yes, I didn't mean.
But in short bursts, he can't sustain.
No, quite.
I think that's most women's problem in a marriage, don't you?
What, that they can't sustain?
No, that their husbands can't.
I'm sorry, I think I've got a bit lost here. Just exactly what is it we can't sustain?
You deliberately misunderstanding. Not that. Feelings. Most women's problem in a marriage is that they feel more strongly and deeply than their husbands. Don't you agree?
No.
Oh, no. Not in your case. I can see that because you're obviously a very sensitive person.
Thank you.
Patsy. Well, It would be difficult for any woman to feel more deeply than you do. Almost any woman. There. That's for being so sweet. I'd like to kiss you properly. Just once. Just to say thank you for being so wonderfully sensitive this evening.
Yes, well...
Just affection, not lust.
Oh, well, of course not.
I reserve that for Gary.
Quite right.
I mean, he's my husband. And he's wild. And I'm very lucky. And he's hunky and dishy and all that. But you're, well, lovely, yes. But harmless. So, may I?
Well, there scarcely seems much point, does there, really?
I've upset you. I can see you're not harmless. I must be careful.
We wondered if you'd like some coffee.
I mean, she surrounds you with sticky stuff. She fills the atmosphere with goo.
To immobilise her prey?
And then before I knew where I was, she was kissing me.
Aww.
When you two came in, she practically had her tongue round my tonsils.
Oh, darling!
It's not funny.
I know I said do as you like, but don't tell me. But not in our own living room.
Yes, why did you say all that do-as-you-like stuff? What about this other business, your possible toy boy?
Gary's a bit old for a toy boy, isn't he?
Who's talking about Gary?
Didn't you?
What about Gary?
Well, nothing happened.
What do you mean nothing happened?
Well, I mean, he tried to kiss me.
Oh, lovely! I get a lecture about our own living room whilst you're out in the kitchen with Gary.
Well, your tongue was down her throat.
It was her tongue that was down my throat.
Well, your mouth must have been open.
I was taken by surprise.
Yes. By me, just as you were getting stuck in.
It seems to be their Sunday evening pastime. Let's go out and hunt the neighbours.
We'll be off now, so thanks for everything.
Yes, thanks. You've been great, both of you.
Yeah, trip. And it's okay about, you trying it on with Mandy. I don't mind. She explained. There's no problem, man. I mean, everyone tries. I'm used to it. She's a very sexy lady.
Thank you.
He's such a bull.
And you must come round to us whenever you've got a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, we will. At once. Thank you.
Well, have you got a fella?
Yes.
Who?
You.
Oh.
I'm afraid.
I think there's a bruise coming.
So's Christmas.
That's love. Oh, that's love. That's love.
Next tonight, it's decision time for everyone in the final episode of Yesterday's Dreams. That's in a couple of minutes.